Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome back to Salvage Rescues and a brand new video. So today we have got another Mini Cooper Clubman. Show you the other side first. So they're going pretty cheap at the moment, cars at Copart it seems. So I bid on 5 and I won 2. So I won this and another one. But this is the first one I'm going to do because I think it's a pretty straightforward fix. So yeah, it's a 2017. Yeah, a little bit of side damage on this one, so hopefully I can get the panels in colour and then I won't have to have them sprayed. But it's a cat end, so no structural damage. Just need a new rear door and new front door, and there's a bit of a dent on the bonnet here as well, but I think you'll probably be able to get that out. And yeah, the wheels need a massive refurb, but apart from that it's no other damage that I can see. I'll give it a clean and see what else. The one thing I will say is because that window's been open, it's minging inside, absolutely disgusting. Everything's covered in mould. As you can see, it's horrible. So that'll be my first job. There's a bit of airbag had gone off, so the curtain airbag's gone off, as well as the seat airbag. So yeah, but as you can see, everywhere it's covered in mould. Also the driver's side seat belt is locked. I don't know about the passenger one. I'm very reluctant to climb over there and have a look at it until I give it a good clean out. But I'll get all the seats out and give it a clean. But it's a runner and driver. It's done something like 42,000, I think, something like that, 40 some thousand miles, 39,000 miles. So 39,000 miles, full service history. But I mean, look at the state of it. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. It weren't like this in the pictures, I must admit. But it's obviously where it's been sitting in Copart's yard with the window open. They had some of that fender guard on, or what's it called, fender wrap. But that had all fell off by the time fender wrap, by the time I got to pick it up. But yeah, so I'll get ordering the parts, and then yeah, I'll show you how we remove the doors. The passenger front door didn't actually open. It doesn't open. Opens about 1 inch, and that's about it. Rear one opens fine, if I remember right. Yeah, rear one's fine. But look at the mould. Yuck. Yuck. So yeah. But I think all in all that'll be a quite quick turnaround, this one, hopefully. And then we'll be able to move it on. But yeah, anyway, once I get the parts, I'll show you how we do it. Okay, ta-da for now. Welcome back, guys. So the plan today is we're going to continue with Walter. We're going to remove the front and rear passenger side doors. I have got some doors, hopefully they'll fit. They're off an F55 temporarily, so I can put them on temporarily to make the car watertight. It's not quite the right shape for the Clubman, but hopefully they will fit, like I say, just to make it watertight. And then we're going to remove all the interior, get the seats out, because the passenger seat is the airbags have gone off in the passenger seat anyway. I've ordered a passenger seat, but generally you're going to strip all the interior, give the interior a good clean up, trying to remove all mould, etc. And then we're going to remove the headliner. I've got the new curtain airbag, so we'll replace the curtain airbag and then hopefully get the headliner back in. And if I get enough time, I'm going to jack it up and take the wheels off and send them off for powder coating to get the wheels done. It needs a couple of new tyres as well. They got nasty chunks out of them. But let's see how we get on. First thing is to remove the passenger side doors. So let's get on with that. Let's crack on with that. So I'm not actually sure what's stopping this from opening. It feels like it's the internal panel. You know, there we go, we're in. Brute force always works. Oh, there's a bit of a sill damage there as well. I need to get that repaired. That was actually sold as non-structural damage, but you can see we've got a bit of structural damage there as well, so I'll have to get that repaired. But looking in here now, it's even worse than I thought. Let me show you. So as you can see, it's very mouldy, but there you can see the sill damage there. So I'll have to strip that down and get that repaired. But like I said, the passenger airbag's gone off on the seat, so I have got a replacement seat and a curtain airbag. So yeah, let's get this door off anyway, and then we'll look at getting the seats out, etc. So it looks like the door's just held in place with a 13mm bolt, top and bottom, onto the pins. So let's have a go at undoing them. It's not very, it's a bit restrictive in here, but that's the top one coming undone now. And then there's one on the bottom as well. And then the electrical connection as well. Like I say, I did order 2 doors. Or I had 2 doors, I should say. I didn't order them, but they are for, this is the F54 model, and they're for the F55. So the front door isn't the same shape near the front wing, but I'm led to believe, after doing a little bit of research, that they're the same size, but just the shape's a little bit different. So I'm hoping they'll go on, just to make the car watertight. And then we've got a Torx bolt which holds a door tie in position. So that's just you can actually use a 8mm socket to just remove that Torx bolt. I'll show you in a minute. And all we need to do is just remove the electrical connection. Alright, let's just put that back in to hold the door open. Just put it in by a couple of threads, else the door it's having a tendency to close again. No, the other. There you go. There you go. So yeah, so let me show you. So you got a 13mm socket needed for a bolt what goes under that top pin, and a 13mm socket for the bolt what goes into the bottom hinge, and then yeah, this Torx screw what holds the door tie, you know, what stops the door from opening too far, that holds that into position. So I'll just pull off that electrical connection. I'll just get some screwdrivers, pull that off, and then we should be able to remove the door in one go. So that's the front door removed. So the electrical connection, it's easy to show you once the door's off. there's a big clip on the top, or a sliding clip on the top, so you have to pull that all the way up, and then it's as simple as unbolting the electrical connection, and then yeah, the doors just sits on two pivots here, so two splines, so one goes through the bottom hinge, and then the top hinge has got one underneath, which so you just lift the door off, so reasonably easy to do. So we'll now look to remove the back door, same thing again, and then yeah, we can start stripping out the interior. So I'll just move this to one side to get it out of the way, and then we'll have a look at removing the rear door. Oh. I'll do the electrical connection first because I can get to it quite easy without the drivers, without the front door being on. So that's the electrical connection undone. And then yeah, I'm wondering if, I think that'll be easier to get to from the inside. Yeah. So repaired. Let's have a look at the front of it. So let me show you here. So it's reasonably damaged on this corner, but not overly damaged, and there's some down the bottom, but we'll decide that at a later date. So yeah, that's me. Now the doors are off, let me show you the interior, and you'll see what I mean about a little bit of health hazard. So everywhere is really mouldy. So I think what I'll do now is get the seats out, get the two front seats out, and then the back seat as well. Then generally give the interior a really good clean up, hoover all the glass up, etc. Remove that sill cover there and see what sort of damage we got there, and then yeah, I might try the other doors on then as well, see whether we can see whether they'll make the car watertight. I might have to temporarily knock this sill down a little bit, if the door fits, that is. Like I say, they're for an F55, not an F54, so yeah, let me clean up a few things, and then yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da for now. So hopefully you can still hear me. I have opened the doors on the other side to try and ventilate. I'm just going to cut this to give me a bit more access, cut the curtain airbag out of the way. But yeah, so I thought I'd better put a mask on just while I'm got my head inside the car. So there's 4 bolts what hold the seat down. These are torque bolts on this Mini. 2 at the front, 2 at the back. So we'll just undo the front 2 first. And then we'll slide the seat forward and remove the back 2. Like I said in the last video, I need to invest in one of these power ratchets, I think. Right, so that's the front 2 out. So go in the back here. Ugh. Go in the back here and see if we can get to these back 2. Not, I don't know whether the seat goes forward a little bit more. Nope. It's disgusting in there. You're better off that side of the camera, believe me. Come on. Oh, that one's tight. That one's alright. Just this one here. There we go, we got you. We got you. So yeah, once we removed all 4 bolts, we've just got the electrical connection to remove underneath. And then, yeah, we should be able to remove the seat. I don't know where that electrical connection is. Oh, there she is. What do we need to undo that? There you go. So there's a little lever. So you just press down the yellow clip, what stops that lever from moving. Move the black lever towards the side of the car, and then the electrical seat, the electrical connection come undone. These are heated seats, so and then we just got the seat belt to remove as well. So that clip should just come like that. So there's a little clip that holds that onto there, and then you just slide the seat belt off. So that's the front passenger side seat removed. As you can see, there's a lot of crud in here, which all needs to be cleaned up. Not very nice in there at all. So we'll give it a good hoover out, and then we'll disinfect it all. But rather than watch me do a repeat on the other side, I think we'll close the clip there, and then we'll come back once I've got all the seats out and start the cleanup. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's the interior out. Both front seats and rear seat, the base. I didn't see the need to take out the back rest of the back seat. I should have probably said in the last video, I have disconnected the battery, which can be a pain because these doors won't open. The rear doors don't open unless the battery's connected. So you have to plug it back in again to get the doors connected. But yeah, I'm now gonna literally strip everything out, give it a good hoover, and then give it a good disinfectant clean. The driver's seat belt's locked, so I need a new seat belt. All the rest seem okay, although it does say on the dash that the passenger restraint system has got a problem. So I have got a new seat belt for the passenger side. I haven't got one for the driver's side yet, but yeah. So let's I'll probably try and set you up inside the car and then do a little time lapse of cleaning it all out, and then yeah, we'll go from there. But it's going to take me quite a while. As you can see, it's quite unhealthy in there. So yeah, I'll set you up on inside the car somewhere, and then we'll do a little time lapse of the cleanup, I think. Okay then, ta-da for now. It's surprising what a quick 15-minute clean does. As you can see, we gave it a quick hoover out, removed all the rubbish. This floor is quite damp, that's why where obviously the mould's coming from. The water ingress through this window. So the sooner we get this watertight, the better, I think. But yeah, we gave it obviously only a quick hoover out and clean up, but it looks 100 times better. I think I'll safely go in there without a mask on now. So the next job we're going to do is remove the headliner and then replace the curtain airbag and also the 2 seat belts. So like I say, I got the passenger one, I ain't got the driver's one. The driver's one ain't come yet. So once we remove them, we'll fit the curtain airbag and then put the headliner back in, and then look at what's next. Oh, look at putting the temporary doors on as well, and I need to remove that sill cover, don't I? So I'll remove this sill cover along here and then see the damage under there before we put the doors on. But yeah, hopefully the doors will fit, but we'll see. So yeah, headliner next. Ta-da for now. So I think rather than removing the whole headliner, there doesn't seem a lot of point. I think I'll be able to get to the curtain airbag through just half removing it like that. I'll have a look and see what we think, but I think I'll be able to do it. Seems silly removing the whole thing if we don't need to. I'll just have to see if I can do it, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we'll have enough room to get in there. So that's what we'll do. We'll attempt to remove it without taking down the headliner completely. So the airbag canister was held in position with some rib nuts, so I've had to drill them out, and I'll get some bolts and bolt the new one to it. These little clips are quite a pain in the backside to get out, but you have to put a screwdriver in like either side to release them. They will come out eventually if you persevere enough, but they're not the easiest things to get out. So yeah, I'll have to I haven't got a riv nut gun, but if I get some bolts, and then we can hold it into position with 2 bolts rather than riv nuts. See if I can get mate with some side cutters instead, because like I say, I've got the, they are on the oh, it's just gone in again. Can't add on leave it again. The new one has got the clips on anyway, so these are surplus to requirement. Oh, watch the wire, Gavin. God, I tell you what, they're in there strong, aren't they? Yeah, that's one. That's one. It's 2. Lovely. Lovely old jubbly. Let's do. Oh, drop my microphone, sorry. Might as well do this last one with this bodgeway, I think. There you go. Done. Right, so I'll just go get some, have a look through the lockup, see if I've got any small bolts that will hold that canister in place. If not, I'll have to go get a couple. Sorry about that, there's no need to pause the video. I did have some 6mm stainless steel bolts, so we'll go for that, I think. See if we can get this in. One hole looks really easy to get to. The other hole looks a bit of a trouble to get a nut or hold the nut in position. So we got there in the end. What I had to do was put a little bit of blue tack on the finger and then stick the nut to the blue tack, and then I could just about get it onto the bolt. But just doing the bolt up now, the second bolt, and then yeah, and then the canister is held in position with 2 6mm stainless steel bolts rather than a riv nut. I did put some Loctite on the threads before I put the bolts in, that way they wouldn't rattle loose. Good. Right, now we can clip the rest of this airbag in position. I got the electrical connection to go in as well. I'll need a torch for that. And then yeah, we can put the headliner back in. There they are, good. It's electrical connection. Let's put clip the rest of the airbag up. Like I say, I have disconnected battery while I'm playing around with all this. I don't want these to go off. Hello. Do we? While we're messing around with the airbags. Where's that last one going? Up there. Good. So, gents, in position. Right, so I think I'll push the headliner back up in certain areas, but I still need to get this side panel off to remove the seatbelt. See if we can get that off now before we put the headliner back in, shall we? Well, there's an airbag in there as well. I know that. Not sure on how that. Right. What did I do with my torch? I reckon behind that airbag sign is a bolt, isn't it? Gotta be. Oh, no. That's something, right. A little pry bar. Where is? Oh, I see it. Right. Right, we're not getting very far here, are we, gents? So let's put this back up. Oh. So that's a curtain airbag. Completed. I'm just putting all the trims back in place now. While we're here, how that's held on there. We can, yeah. There we go. Just remove this guide bar, which will allow the seatbelt to come off then. We need to remove one screw. Right, just need to remove the electrical connection now. Oh, that's my screwdriver. To the pre-tensioner. That's good. There you go. So I'll just go get the new seat belt, and then we can install that. That's just inside. So I'll stop the video there while I go get that. Sorry, I forgot to restart the video. So yes, so that's the new seat belt in, all wired up, trims back on, headliner's back in position. I've just got the handles to do over there, which I'll do in a minute. There's the old seat belt there. So yeah, next job is I'm going to put those handles back on, finish the trim off on the headliner, so that's complete, and then I'm going to remove this sill cover and see what damage we've got on the sills there. Yeah, so I won't bother videoing the rest of the headliner. I will just see everyone once I've got the sill cover off. Okay, ta-da for now. So I've removed the sill cover, and there's very little damage there to that sill. It's mainly cosmetic on that plastic, but I don't plan on changing the wing. I'm hoping the body shop can remove that small dent on the wing there, so I'll ask them to pull that out when that's there, but it's very, very minimal. It's just the paint's come off, and it's probably in about 5mm, as you can see. So yeah, I'll ask them to pull that out. I'll put the original door back on, just because the other one didn't fit. So I've got the driver's door there, so I'm just going to see if that will fit. If it doesn't, I'll have to put the original one back on. I won't put the bolts in or anything, I just hung it on there and cover it up again. But as you can see, like I said, I took the wheels off, so I'm going to send them to the powder coaters on Monday, and yeah, it's about as far as we can go with Walter. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Just got to order the new seatbelt, driver side seatbelt, and then wait for the passenger seat to come, then I can put the interior back in. Mainly just trying to keep it watertight. As you can see, we've got a couple of doors. We managed to get one in colour, the other one isn't in colour. So we need to get that sprayed, but what we plan to do today is remove both doors. You can see I've already took one off, remove both doors and trial fit them, and then check for gaps and everything, and then we'll put the seats back in. I'm still waiting for the passenger seat, although it's meant to come today, so hopefully it will come. But what have I done since the last video? So I've put the driver's side seat belt in, the new driver's side seat belt. Just got to put the trim back on. I've also changed all the brake pads, so I've done all the brake pads all round. They were a bit of an advisory on the last MOT, so I thought I might as well change them. Brake discs look okay. I've also had all 4 wheels powder coated and 4 new tyres put on, so yeah. So what I'll plan to do is install the 2 doors, get the car back on its wheels so it's sitting correctly, and then get all the panel gaps lined up so we're okay. Take the rear door off again and strip that down for paint, but put this one back on to keep the car watertight. I have had a heater in the car for the past couple of days, so it's all nice and dry now. There's no damp in here whatsoever. I just need to give it a final sort of clean up before I put the seats in. I have cleaned all the seats and everything, cleaned all the driver's seat and the rear seat as well. Gave them a good wash and hoover, so they're ready to go back in. So yeah, hopefully today, well I say hopefully, today we'll complete all the things we can complete, and then at the end of this video I'll go through all the costs with you, so I can show you how much the car cost me, how much I've spent on it so far, and then yeah, how much I've got remaining to spend. And then because we've got to wait for that door to come back from paint, I think I'll just show you the final picture of the car in one of my further videos. So yeah, so let's set you up on a tripod. What's she rolling in? Let's set you up on a tripod, and then yeah, we'll get the 2 doors installed, get the car back on its wheels, and then do the panel gaps on the 2 doors, and then yes, refit the interior. Okay, ta-da for now. So first thing to do is to remove this rear door. I never put the bolts in, I only put it on here temporarily, so I've just got the stay brace to undo, and then she should come off straight away. As I've said before, this is a torque screw, but you can actually undo it with an 8mm socket. It looks like I connected up the electrical connection again. So I'll just have to undo that. There we go, and then she should just come straight off, because like I say, I left it loose from the last time I installed it. So we need the door card from that. So let's hope the door card cleans up okay. I just need to get a screwdriver to pull out the stay brace on the new door prior to installing it. But I was really lucky, like I say, I was really lucky to manage to find one door in colour. Unfortunately, they didn't have the rear door, which is a bit of a shame. They'd already sold it by the time I got to it. But at least we got one in colour, so it's less spraying what's needed. Sorry, I'm just pulling out the stay brace on the door off camera. Come on, right, so let's get that. Hopefully there won't be too much aligning needing doing. There's adjustments on the hinges so you can align it reasonably easy. Oh. Bottom one's on, top one's on. There you go. Need to electrical connection back in so that doesn't get crushed when we're shutting the door. Didn't work very well, that didn't. There we go, that's better. Oh, just had to pull the stay brace out one more click. That wasn't quite. There we go. Let's move these cables out the way. Okay. Looks like it reasonably lines up. Might just need some adjustment there, but that's a nice gap on it. So I'll get the front one on and then yeah, we'll see what they're both like together. Like I say, it's better once the car's back on its wheels, I find, to line them both up. It's more a realistic scenario put the bolts back in the hinges as well, just to make sure they're sitting correctly. Put the electrical connection back in just to make sure that doesn't get crushed. There you go. Move those cables out the way again. That one looks like it needs some adjustment to get it to go up. That's not going to shut there at all. So I think what I'll do is I'll get the bolts in the hinges, and then we can loosen off the hinges and adjust the door accordingly. Sorry about that, found the bolts. They're actually in the door card of the rear door. So put the 2 bolts in the hinges, and then yeah, we'll give it a slight adjustment. See if we can get it back in line. It's not the right size socket. Sorry about this. The reason I'm bolting this door up is because it should never need to come off again, because it's the correct colour. So like I say, we should once it's on, it should stay on, as long as we can adjust it correctly. See what that's like. Yeah, terrible. So with a lot of jiggery pokery, we've got both doors on. As you see, the grey door, the rear door, needs to go slightly backwards, but I think I'll get that to paint and then adjust that afterwards. But the front door panel gaps are good. Obviously this wing's slightly in here, so that looks a bit worse than it should, but yeah, tighten this door up now, and then yeah, they both open good and shut good. So yeah, all in all, good job. Colour match is good as well, so that's a good news. So I just need to get that grey one painted, so I'll strip that down later. So what I'll do is I'll put the old one back on, get that one off again, and then strip it down ready for paint. And yeah, so I'll move on to installing the interior now. Reinstalling that, giving that another good clean up. I just had a notification that the passenger seat is coming today, so once I get all the seats in and all connected up again, I can reconnect the battery and then have a look at whether we've still got any airbag lights on or whether that's cleared itself. But yeah, so that's what I'll do now. So next time you'll see me, I'll hopefully have the driver's seat in and reinstall all that trim up the pillar there, and have the door card back on here as well. Yep, no reason I can't do that, is there? And yeah, check all the electrics work in the door and everything, and then we'll go from there. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's the driver's seat and the trim put in place up the pillar. So we're now gonna just give this a final clean up in the back here, and then we'll install the rear seat, the base of the rear seat. I have cleaned the back of the backrest, ready for it. But yeah, just there's still some glass in here, so we'll just give this a final clean up, and then we'll install that, and then we'll do the door card. So that's the door card now installed. Need to give it a bit of clean up. Everything's clean in the back seat back together, just waiting for the passenger seat. Hopefully that should come soon. And yeah, so what I'm now going to do is now going to put the wheels back on, and yeah, and then we're just waiting for that seat, I think, and then we can go through the costs. Connect the battery up again, that's what we've got to do. So once the seat comes, I don't want to connect the battery up until I plug the seat back in. Once the seat comes, we can reconnect the battery. I have got the new sill cover, but I need the body shop just to pull that sill out a little bit. So they're going to paint that door, pull the sill out, and repair the damage to this wing and this little tiny dent on the bonnet as well. So they're going to do all that when they take the car next week. Okay, so just going to put the wheels on. So that's all the wheels back on and the car off the jacks. Just need to torque the wheel nuts up now. So I believe we're 125 Newton meters is the recommended torque. So that's what we'll do. We'll do it again once we can put the handbrake on, because electronic handbrake, so we can't put it on until we reconnect the battery. So we'll just do it now, just to make sure we have done some kind of torque anyway. But I went for the gloss black wheels because I just Graham, the grey one I've got, you know, the flood damage one, what you've seen in previous video, he had gloss black wheels, and I thought they looked really nice, so I thought they'd go well with the pepper white paint as well. So that's why we went for gloss black. Like I say, we've put all new tyres all the way around as well. The backs were extremely cracked. That was actually an advisory on the last MOT back in June last year. And then the front ones literally were down to the bare minimum. Probably had 2 mil of tread, so I thought I'd put all new tyres on. Also got centre caps to go on. Let's do that as well. And then we are just waiting for the passenger seat before we can liven up the electrics again, and then see if we've got any airbag lights. If we do, I'll have to take it somewhere to have it programmed out, because I don't think I can do it at home. But yeah, I think that'd look quite nice. You guys agree? I think the black wheels look good, especially the gloss black. So yeah, when I put it back on the wheels, the door shuts didn't really adjust anything, or the door gaps. Like I say, that grey door still needs to go slightly back a little bit. Front door, you can see a good alignment there. All in all, she's going to be quite a nice car, I think. Now we've cleaned up the inside, obviously give it a big wash outside as well. Now we've done the wheels as well. Be a good car for someone. I will MOT it, because like I say, it runs out in June this year. But yeah, she's pretty straight. So I'll catch up with you everyone when the passenger seat comes. We'll install that, plug that in, and then we'll do the costs. Okay everyone, ta-da for now. So let's go through the costs of Walter now. The purchase price was £2,700. Now they wanted 5,300 was the reserve, and I stuck to my guns, and they let me have it for the £2,700, which I think is extremely cheap for a Mini Cooper S. And then fees comes to £634. Like I say, I'll round these up or round them down so we get to the nearest pound. I've allowed £60 for fill for collection. This was Corby. Yeah, Corby. I picked this up from Corby, so that's quite close to where I live. And then you've got the cost of the front door was £350, and then the cost for the rear door was £360. The courier for the collection of the doors come to £116. Yeah, £116. And then the passenger seat, which is a seat that I'm still waiting for, been ordered about 10 days ago. That's coming today, is £220. The curtain airbag, as you remember, we replaced the curtain airbag, that come to £45. The two seat belts, so the driver's side and the passenger seat belt, both come to £115. And then we've got the all new brake pads, so front and rear brake pads all round comes to £60. The powder coating of the four wheels was £50 a wheel, so that's £200. New tyres come to £306, so So 4 new tyres all the way around, 306. And then the sill cover, I actually got that brand new from BMW. The ones on eBay were actually more expensive than the new one from BMW Stroke Mini. Comes to 148. And then the paint shop has quoted me £450, and that will include the painting of the rear door, pulling out the sill and repainting the sill, and also the repair needed to the front wing. So that's £450. It needs an MOT in June, so I'll MOT it anyway, so that's £45. And then I'll give it a service, so I've allowed £75 for oil filter or air filter, etc. So that gives me, for Walter, a grand total of £5,885, which the cheapest one I've seen on Auto Trader stands at 11k, which is also a Cat N. So I will intend to pitch Walter around the 10k mark. So as you can see, there's about £4 profit in it. So all in all, not a bad project, this one. Hopefully there'll be quite a profit in it for me, and yeah, and we'll move on to the next one. The body shop has returned the parts for Ruby, so she'll be the next one I finish. So I'll be looking at completing Ruby in the next video. So next Monday, I'll change the videos from Sunday evening to Monday evening. So next Monday I'll upload the video, and hopefully that'll be Ruby complete, and she'll be ready to go for an MOT, because she's Cat S, so she'll need to have an MOT before she can be put back on the road. But anyway. So that's the passenger seat finally arrived. We've bolted it in position and connected up the electrical connection. So what we're now going to do is reconnect the battery, and then we'll go for a start up to see whether we've got any airbag lights on still. Sorry, we just need a different socket. There we go. So just reconnecting the negative on the battery terminal. Ratchet's not working. There we go. Right. So that's that connected. Oh, I ain't got the keys. Damn. Right, okay. Let's just put that back on so that we can shut the bonnet, so that doesn't give us any bad. Right, so let's we've reconnected the battery now, so let's go for a start up. Let's see if we got any airbag lights. Yeah, it's come back on again. Restraint system, functional tensioners, belts fault. Ensure seatbelt is fastened despite the fault. So let's start up. Oh. Clutch, innit? It's a manual, says clutch. Sorry. There we go. So let's run a diagnostics. I think we'll have to run the airbag module, change the airbag module, or have it reset. Turn that off before we get copyrighted. I think I've actually done a diagnostics on this one since I've had it. Well, you know what happened there. It's definitely not liking it. Like I say, it's still coming up with a restraint system. So we've got car access system. That's probably due to the, yeah, they're all passenger door. So we can reset them. Lights off on that. Trying to get you in a better position. Notice this is bad. This is bad. So the only thing with these top dons, they don't have a hook that you can hook it to the steering wheel. Signal, seatbelt buckle contact. Transmitter SOS, there we go. Driver's side airbag resistance too high. Passenger side airbag resistance too high. Head airbag or pelvis airbag on the left. Driver seatbelt contact. Passenger seatbelt over circuit. Crash message stored. Oh. So let's see what clears down now that we've put all new seat belts in. Yeah, worst case we'll have to remove the airbag module. Or take it somewhere to be reprogrammed. Power window regulator, passenger door. Ah yeah, because I didn't plug the passenger door in, have I? That's why, but that's the only thing I was coming up with. On here, let's start it up again. Oh, the airbag light's gone off, no? Oh! It's good, isn't it? All we seem to have on here is a tyre pressure monitor, because obviously we've changed all that. Oh, well, how's about that then, folks? It's good, isn't it? No airbag light whatsoever. Let's run another health report just in case. Plug a seatbelt in to get rid of that seatbelt warning light. Yeah, it's just coming up with a car access system still, and there, like you say, all due to the rear passenger door, because I haven't plugged that in yet. One thing I haven't tried is see if the windows, yeah, windows work, lovely. And the mirror, yeah, the mirror adjusts. So the front passenger door is working fine. Yeah, lovely. No airbag light, so we're ready to go. Brilliant news. Brilliant news. One thing I just wanted to do was check the service history, because I can't remember when it's due a service. I always press the wrong button on that. Service requirements, service history. So that's serviced when new, 2019 11,000 miles, 2020 13,000 miles, 21 16, and then 24, so only 7 months ago, 6 months ago, 32,000. And we're only now done 39,000, so we're alright. Alright, service wise, I'll still give it a service. But yeah, it's good. Right, I'll leave it there then. Finally had some good news. Ta-da for now. So thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you hit the notifications as well, that'll keep you informed of when the new videos are uploaded. And if you can hit that subscribe button, that'd be really appreciated from me. And then apart from that, guys, I think that's it. And ta-ta for now. Oh, one last thing. Any comments, any advice, please put them in the comment section. I do answer every single comment on every video. So please, if you got any advice, if you got any comments regarding the work I'm doing, please put it in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But apart from that, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-da for now.